Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and we all know that Uber is attempting to repair their relationship with the drivers. I am cautiously optimistic that things are going to be getting better. Slowly but surely. Adding the tipping feature, huge deal. Raising the rates in a few cities, hey, you know what? I'll take what I can get. A new thing they are looking at doing, and this isn't confirmed, but the fact that they are looking into it shows just how differently the company is thinking these days, is that they are thinking of actually offering drivers equity in the company. And with equity, it would kind of be like a thing with Juno, where it's like you would own part of the company that you would, in theory, benefit when the company goes public. Now, why would Uber want to do this now? Well, because I think Uber's in a place where it's like they want to repair the relationship with the drivers. And they want to retain drivers. They're losing way too many drivers, and the sign-up bonuses are just killing them. If they could get down to where they have so many drivers, they just need to be offering new drivers like $50 for 50 trips that they take, as opposed to $500 or $700, they will take that, because that's way too much money being blown. But at the same time, they don't really want to raise the rates to even by $1, because people might stop taking Uber. And I unfortunately believe them on this. I believe them enough because when I have asked passengers, what would you think if the rates went up $1 a mile? Most people say, oh, stop using Uber. I mean, never mind that it's still a very, very, very cheap ride. And most rides would probably only go up a couple dollars. But people are like, nope, they don't want to do it. They resist paying more money. So to do that would probably cause them to lose some rides. It's true. So what they are thinking of doing, the reason they're doing this, I believe, is because by offering equity in the company, they could probably start retaining the drivers without paying the drivers more money. And drivers who maybe don't drive as much might want to drive more for more equity. Now, it should be stated, again, aside from the fact that Uber hasn't worked this out, this is what Juno promised, and Juno royally screwed their drivers. And Juno were the good guys. And just because Travis Kalanick is gone doesn't automatically make Uber good guys either, in my book. They still have a long way to go. They have a long, long way to go. The fact that the rates are still low, of course, still bothers me. And of course, I mean, they brought this on themselves. I mean, would people stop using the service if it went more expensive? Yes, some people would. But you know what? Who let the service get as cheap as it did in the first place but Uber? And Uber should have known that, hey, we are dropping the rates to an unsustainable level where drivers can't make money, we can't make money. The only way to make money is to eventually raise the rates, but we know how fickle people are, and we've gotten people used to these low rates. And Uber has themselves to blame, bottom line. I would not say no to it. I mean, but most Juno drivers only got like $100 or $200, $300 payout at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm not going to say it would destroy Uber, but you know what? They would have to honestly do something to really ensure their drivers that, hey, this isn't going to happen. In fact, the only way they could do it properly and have it not happen, I think, would be for basically them to offer a equity plan for only a certain amount of drivers. And I'm not going to say exactly who would qualify, but I suspect people who have been driving with the company for a decent amount of time and have a certain number of rides under their belt, they would probably start qualifying for equity in the company. You can't just start driving in 5-10 rides into it, you own a stake of Uber. I don't think it can work like that. Not if someone is going to substantially make out with this. So who knows? And who knows if this is actually going to come to pass. If it does come to pass, we'll talk about it. I'll let you know what I see the plan as, how I think it's going to work, and whether or not it's a good deal or not. Because I do have investments and stuff. I own a pretty healthy stock portfolio, actually. I would not mind owning stock in Uber. Truly, would not, because it is a billion-dollar idea whose time has come. The fact that it was mismanaged by a frat boy this whole time, who I still feel sorry for on a human being, but as a businessman, don't feel sorry for. That's not entirely the company's fault. It's not the board members' fault or the employees who work there's fault. It's the board members' fault to a certain extent. I take that back because they let them get away with it. Although they finally did the right thing and kicked them out. But this would be a huge olive branch. This would be another huge olive branch for the drivers. But my opinion, if they can get this off the ground, if it's going to be done properly, it's not going to be offered to everyone. It's just going to be offered to people who've been driving for a fair amount of time and have a good amount of rides in their belt. If it is offered to everyone, you know what? Opt in. It can't hurt, but don't expect a lot in the long run. But what do you folks think? Do you like that idea? Do you dislike the idea? Would you rather just see the rates go up $1? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. And if you want to try driving Uber or Lyft, you can get a nice little bonus using the referral code below, and that would also help support the channel. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.